you tonight. My name is Stalin Acosta, in case you don't know me, and I'm going to be your tour guide for the next hour. We have an interesting route that we are going to take, and I'm going to start the presentation by starting with the trip that is closest and leaving the one that is farthest as far as time is concerned. Leave it last, okay? So I'm going to share
Mhm.
the screen, and you should see uh, my screen. And the title of this country is The Best of Peru, a premium 10-day journey where we're going to be visiting the capital, Lima. We're going to visit the antique city of Cusco, and we're going to see one of the wonders of the world, Machu Picchu. Friends, there are only 11 spaces left on this trip.
Mhm.
So if you're still undecided, this is the time to take action so that you can join myself and my wife on this trip. But why would you want to come on this trip? What is so special about this? Well, this trip offers a interesting combination of two different worlds. We're going to see how the Native Americans of Peru, the Incas, built something that will leave you mesmerized. If you have questions about the pyramids in Egypt, then you have the same questions when you visit Peru. It's simply amazing the architecture that we're going to be exposed on this trip. But there's also something else that you're going to be exposed. There is cuisine. The food there is simply outstanding, and it's a melting pot of different cultures. But the best part is the upbuilding spiritual association. What do you mean, Stalin? Well, take a look at this. This is a timeline that, according to the organization, it started in 1938. So it's 2026. In about 12 more years, Peru can celebrate that the good news of the kingdom has been preached in that country for 100 years. And you cannot say that about a lot of countries. And how did the truth get to Peru? Well, they're not exactly sure, but what they found is that this person, Victor Lura, he discovered the truth in a second-hand bookstore, when he found the book, The Harp of God. Interesting enough, a couple of years later, an intrepid pioneer, Freda Johnson, in her 60s, arrived to preach to Peru, and she goes to the hills. And you're going to see how tall the hills are. 2 years later, Brother Nord, the third president of the organization, together with his secretary, Brother Franz, they visit Lima to attend the first local baptism of Pedro Garay. Imagine that. In a couple of years, Peru will explode. And if you look at the most recent annual report, Peru is one of those countries where neat graders love to go for the ease of preaching and the reaction of the people to the good news. So we're going to have a good time. The local congregation is waiting for us to arrive. I'm pretty sure they're going to ask us, how is preaching here? And we're going to ask them, how's preaching over there? The history of Peru is rather interesting because you're going to see in this tour tonight the challenges of living in an area where you have a lot of hills, where you have a jungle. It's just not easy, but these natural barriers did not stop the good news from being preached throughout the whole land. and you're going to see that. And you're going to see it in an interesting way because not only you're going to be with the group of Jehovah's Witnesses, but we're also going to go to visit the branch in Peru, and we're going to see some locals there. But at the same time, we're going to learn, the oldest continuously inhabited home built in 1535, right there in Lima. We're going to be mixing spiritual stuff with also archaeology and the history of this country. I don't know what we could expect in Bethel, but the llama is the official animal of Peru. So don't be surprised if you find it in different places, or the place that you will find it for sure is in Machu Picchu. Here's a recent picture of a group that was visiting Peru. This word here means branch. So in Spanish, it means a branch of Peru. So you see some friends there. They sent me some pictures. Please notice that it's the same people. They're just taking the tour and sending it to us. And you see them here one more time on the outside, right? With a painting of the New World. And this is what the building looks like. So we are so happy that when we visit a country, and if we can visit the branch, or if they don't have a branch, if we can visit the Kingdom Hall, that is something that we love to do every time we go traveling. So the first few days are going to be to get our body acclimated. You may have seen on YouTube and maybe on social media that the altitude can really affect your health. But in reality, the way this trip has been planned, it has been very mellow. One day here, another day here, giving enough time for the body to adjust. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing in Lima, which is zero altitude. Lima has an interesting uh, weather because of the Andes mountains. They block the rain from going from west to east. So you don't get that much rain in Lima. But what you do get is that from the ocean, the cold ocean waters of the Antarctica and the hot of the tropical weather, then you have this mist that really feed the land when you see it there. At first, from the airplane, it looks like a desert. But as you go down and you get closer, you're going to see a lot of greenery. And we can visualize that this is probably what Earth looked like at the beginning when Jehovah has not created rain yet. So we're going to arrive in Lima, right? And from Lima, we're going to go to Cusco. And Cusco is the Inca capital of Peru. And you're going to see beautiful, beautiful buildings like the one you see there on the screen. They have one of the oldest infrastructure from the colonial time, and it's just mesmerizing. We're going to take a plane there. So in Lima, the elevation to the sea level is close to zero. But now from Lima to Cusco, then we're going to go up 11, 11,200 feet. But we're going to do it, on a plane. So the plan is for the first few days, get the body acclimated, and then go to Cusco, go down to Machu Picchu so that your body can feel even more comfortable. And when we go to Humantay, this is going to be an optional activity for some. Maybe the younger ones would like to do it. But I'm going to show you why some people like to do that and why we included it on this trip. So, as I mentioned before, Peru has a lot of things, very close similarities with Egypt, where it doesn't rain with that frequency as it does in other areas. But the fog, the mist, is what allows to keep this place really beautiful as you see there on the screen. I'm going to show you a short video just to um, give you an idea of what you're going to see when we go there. This is the train that we're going to take from Cusco to go to Machu
Señorita
Picchu.
Lucía, qué bueno que haya disfrutado el paisaje a bordo. Seguro que sus ojos no se despegaron de la ventana. A mí también me encanta la vista, es mágica. Los lugares que recorre el tren te atrapan de inicio a fin. Se habrá dado cuenta que el río Vilcanota nos acompaña durante todo el recorrido. Le cuento que nuestros antepasados lo llamaron Vilcamayu, que significa río sagrado en quechua, porque era el pulmón del valle.
That river is the lung of the
Señorita
valley.
Lucía, muchas gracias por su comentario y por elegir el Vistadón para viajar a Machu Picchu. Espero vuelva muy pronto a viajar con nosotros.
It's a small train. It doesn't go really fast, but the view is simply fantastic. They have a show inside the train that you can enjoy. So here's a picture that shows you what the inside of the plane may look like. So you could imagine just going through all this greenery and all this history and be immersed in the landscape that you're going to see. And because you're traveling with us, you could expect a premium service while you're there on the train, something that you could expect from Best Life trips. Our goal is to go from Cusco to the Sacred Valley. And why do they call it the Sacred Valley? Because to the Incas, this is the heart of the country. This is how they connect with nature. So on one side, you see very high mountains, but at the same time, you see very greenery vegetation that they actually depend on. And when we're there and we're mesmerized by just all the greenery, then we're going to be mesmerized by the architecture of rock being on top of rock without concrete, without metal rod. It's just, you ask yourself, how did they do this? How did they get this here? It feels like you're in Egypt all over again. And Machu Picchu is one of those places that just makes you wonder and ask yourself, how did they do this? The place is absolutely beautiful. It doesn't matter which circuit you take, you will have access to the fantastic photo that you see there on the screen. The moment you purchase your spot with us, you need to send us your passport right away because we need to register with the park so that we can get your ticket. So there's only 11 spaces available. So please act now if you are, borderline meditating. But one thing we can guarantee you, it's like nothing you have seen before. It's going to connect you with the gods, so to speak, as the natives will call it, because of the altitude and the beauty of the view as you see there. And if we can see the locals, that will make it even better. There's nothing like seeing Jehovah's Witnesses around the world, not only traveling with you, but also locally. Definitely a refreshment. While we're there, we're also going to see how they make good use of natural resources. Out of a mountain, the subterranean salty water goes into a spring and onto like a mini pool. The sun will evaporate the water, just leaving the salt there. And you're going to notice that the salt in Peru tastes very different. It's actually like seasoned salt, flavor salt, and the colorful attitude of their people. It's you will have time to explore, to go to the marketplace. We're gonna go to the San Pedro marketplace where you can get some souvenirs or you can get coffee for the friends. Definitely something to try out. For those of you who are very curious, there's going to be an optional traditional Andean cooking class for you to select. So a lot of people have been saying that they didn't want to come on this trip because there's a lot of walking. Well, I don't know which tour are they going, because in our tour there is not a lot of walking. Whatever walking you do is when we get off the bus and we have to visit a particular place, sightseeing, and things like that. So I can tell you right now that the activity level is between low to moderate. The challenging part is for those who want to go to this beauty, which which was discovered 5 years ago. Some people don't believe in global warming, but this Rainbow Mountain was covered with snow. That's why nobody knew it existed. But because the temperature in Earth had been rising, that snow have melted, and now it has revealed those beautiful colors that you see there on the screen. I want to go, Stalin. I want to go, but I don't want to walk. No problem. You have two choices. You can either go hiking, right? Or you can rent a donkey or a horse. They even have 4x4s so that you can get there. But as you can see, these two places are simply incredible. Simply incredible to look. The first thing you're going to do is to praise Jehovah because of what you're reading in the book of creation. When we're done with that, we go back to the hotel, and the next day, we need to go home. And the 10 days have already gone. So, what's included? Almost the house and the kitchen sink. Was not included the international fare, meaning from here to Lima and back. And something that I was talking with the owner of the company, who is also a witness, they have a discount with the airlines that travels from the US to Peru. So if you end up coming with us, you can have potentially save money on airfare because they have a contract with an airfare company that travel to the south. So something for you to keep in mind. Another thing that I wanted to let you know is that in Peru, there's only a double or a single. There's only one person per room or two persons per room. But if you are interested in going, right, and you don't want to pay the single room, if you get a roommate, then the two of you can save close to $1,000. And what is the roommate matching program? Basically, we find someone with the same sleeping habits as you do. So that way, the two of you can get along on the trip. Okay? If you want more information about this, feel free to call the office tomorrow because right now it's closed to get more information about the rooming program. In summary, you could expect that all the hotels where you're going to stay are going to be 5 star. La creme of la creme, the top of the top. We're going to use planes to move from city to city. That way we can make better use of the time, and that way you're not as tired as if we were to take you on a bus. Because Peru on a bus can be a little tricky because of all the hills. You're never going to be by yourself. Everything is going to be taken care of. You're going to have your tickets. You're going to have your entry. You're going to have your tour guide. You're just going to wake up, have breakfast, and say, "Here I am," and we'll take care of the rest. But there's something else about this country, and is the culinary journey. You see, Peru is one of those countries where there are certain things that are grown there that they don't grow anywhere else, like this colorful potatoes, or the quinoa that we tend to love the most, or the colorful corn that is available, organic, that is available there. And this is the indigenous heritage. Then you add on top of that that Peru was colonized or conquered by the Spaniards. So you're going to have Spanish influence in the food. And let me tell you, Spanish people, they love to eat. And then on top of that, at some point, Peru hosted Africans and Asian people. And that, together with all of this, mm-mm-mm, delicious. Let me show you an example of a typical dish in Peru. They are big in what they call ceviche. What's the difference between ceviche and sushi? Sushi is 100% raw. Ceviche, on the other hand, they put the seafood on a citrus cure or marinate it. So imagine putting fish or any other seafood and you give it a bath of lemon juice. The acidic of the citrus kind of cook the meat, the seafood to some extent, give it that extra flavor. And the fish in Peru must taste delicious because they have the cold waters, and that makes the fish taste a lot better. There's something else that I haven't seen it in other culture. They have this pepper that gives the food a lot of flavor. It's just something that you cannot find. They are big about slow cooking everything. That's why it is so good. And everything they use is natural. No artificial ingredients, just what the land will give it. So we're going to have a really good time in Peru. Really good time. Not only because of the association, the scenery, but the food is going to take us to another level. There's a group dinner that we're going to celebrate. So we really wish that you friends can join us on this trip. Only 11 spots left. I know today two sisters call. They wanted to get to know each other better for their rooming matching program. And if they end up deciding, then there's going to be only nine left spots. So feel free to let us know if you're interested. uh, that way we can save you your spot. How do you save your spot? Your spot can be separated or reserved by a deposit of $499. And between now and June the 2nd, you can pay the rest. Okay? Well, that concludes the presentation of Peru. Now, let me show you. Has anybody been to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic here? No? Punta Cana.
Yes.
Oh, somebody have been here. Okay, great. Punta Cana is located on the
Yes.
eastern part of the Dominican Republic, and that's where I'm from. So technically, you guys are gonna go to my house. You're gonna go to the backyard of the house. Let me just show you some pictures of Punta Cana. It's a beautiful place with beautiful people. That's my beautiful wife. Look at her hair. That's how he gets when he gets there. In Punta Cana, it's really a very colorful. You know how they receive you when you arrive there. Very happy people playing music, great food, great weather. The plan is for us to arrive on the capital, Santo Domingo, because we're going to take you to the branch of Jehovah's Witnesses in Dominican Republic. We're also going to show you the house where the family of Christopher Columbus lived at
I don't know if you want a little
island. So
motivation.
there's all of our trips are full of history, artifact, spirituality, but also to have fun. Punta Cana is one of the parts of the island where the sand is really, really white and the water is really, really clear. As you can see, there's fascinating rainbows. The food is fantastic because it's all inclusive. We located an English speaking group in Punta Cana, which, if you guys want, we can go help them cover a territory by going one of the days that we're going to go there to go there preaching with them. And then we're going to go to their meeting on Saturday. And they usually have a speaker um, via Zoom, but I'm pretty sure that on this trip we're going to have brothers traveling with us, and that way they can give uh, the talk there. So it will be fascinating to have you guys join us. What I like about this trip is that it's going to be at the end of January towards the beginning of February. And for those of you who live on the East Coast, those are the coldest month of the year. So to go to someplace warm, to drink rum, and to dance merengue and bachata, that is something that is gonna warm your heart for sure. Okay, so preaching, branch, and also hanging out with the locals. Alrighty, that was the Dominican Republic. Let's go to the next one. The next stop is going to be Italy. Okay, so let's open the Italy presentation. Best of Italy. The trip to Italy sounds very much like Peru, but Italy has something that only Israel, Turkey, Greece have. When you go to a Bible land, then the whole visit takes a whole different meaning. What do I mean by this? Well, in the Bible, you may have seen the quotes of Paul about going to Rome. In fact, there is a letter that Paul writes to the Romans, and we're going to get that feeling to go on this trip. Again, it's about 10 days, premium, just as our friends are used to. We're going to enter through Milan, which is the second largest airport in Italy, and we're going to exit through Rome. What could you expect? The same thing that made us famous. When we travel by groups, we there are safety in numbers. People feel more comfortable. We can save money because now we can buy things in bulk. You're traveling with your spiritual family, and because of the knowledge of the tour guide, we're going to have the expert cultural immersion, and we're going to make the best of the time that we're going to be there. As I mentioned before, we're going to start in Milan. As you can see there on the screen, Milan is the second, has the second largest airport in Italy after Rome. So it's going to be fairly easy to find airfare there. So we're going to go from a major city to nature to see Lake Como. And I'm going to show you pictures after that. We're going to go to Bologna, and this is a new stop. That stop was not there. When we saw the broadcasting and we saw the announcement that the branch of Jehovah's Witnesses in Italy was ready to accept visitors, we said we have to modify the itinerary to take the friends there. So we're going to go to Bologna, and we're going to go then to Venice. Oh, excuse me, Milan, Lake Como, Venice, Bologna, Florence, Siena, and then Rome. And everywhere we're going to go, not only are we going to be exposed to the rich history, in the case of Milan, you guys are going to be exposed to the financial and fashion capital of Italy, or maybe of the world, because the Italians, they know how to dress. But we're also going to eat real good along the way. Here's a picture, or excuse me, a video of one of the malls in Milan. Not your typical mall, huh? Really beautiful, fascinating, and with good company, good conversation, especially biblical conversation. We are going to have a good time. And today I was watching a tour, and the brother was talking about how uh, we have the Bible, but Jehovah has provided us another book, and it's the book of creation. And the book of creation and the book of the Bible, they support one another. And you can see Jehovah's love through creation. Venice is a city of lovers. You know, we're going to get on a boat. We're going to get to see the city, how a city can stand floating on water, has more than 400 bridges, and it's a historic maritime empire that is known for the Renaissance art that is there. And as you can imagine, the seafood is also going to be fantastic. It looks like on this trip, we're going to be eating and talking and laughing. And as the Bible says, wine can make your face shine. And that's the goal that we're going to have on this trip. As I mentioned before, from Bologna, from Venice, we're going to go to Bologna, right, to see the world headquarters. But it also, excuse me, the Italy headquarters, but it also has the oldest university in the world recognized by UNESCO. And we're probably going to see it as we pass by. But the main stop is going to be the branch. And since we're in Bologna, we're going to eat what the locals eat, tagliatelle al ragu. I hope you love spaghetti because we're going to be exposed to a lot of pasta. But as you travel from city to city, the gastronomy or the culinary art changes. Here, they love their steak, and we're going to see how that steak tastes like. Florence is the undisputed cradle of the Renaissance world. As you can see on the left hand side, it is just absolutely beautiful as this was designed. We're going to leave Bologna, we're going to arrive in Florence, and we're going to enjoy uh, probably what Michelangelo uh, saw when he was alive, as we're walking through this city using a guided tour. Then from Florence, we're going to stop by Tuscan, and we're going to try and taste the pan forte, which is Siena's famous Asian dessert, a rich, chewy confection of fruits, nuts, and spices. And trust me, we're not going to gain weight because we're going to be eating stuff that doesn't have any preservative, and we're going to be walking. But last but not least, Rome, home of the carbonara. This is where we're going to see the Roman Empire in full flesh. My wife and I were there with those two brothers that appear in the pictures. They're local, and I will not be surprised if we see the brothers also in Rome. And the good thing about going to Rome, you could imagine Paul traveling four times, three as a missionary, and the last one to appeal to Caesar. And there are some stories, some buildings that are going to remind us of what maybe Paul had to see when he traveled all the way to Rome. So I show you a map of all the archaeology. Now I'm showing you a map from all the food that we're going to eat. And, Italy is a very modern country. If you have any um, dietary restriction, I'm pretty sure we could accommodate. Oh man, this is wrong. This is group size. Oops, group size. So ignore this. So what's included? Premium hotels, just like we do, daily breakfast. We're gonna have a group dinner. Apparently, with this trip, there are two special lunches, and tour guides are always included, and airport transfer. We pick you up from the airport and we drop you back. So you don't have to worry about traveling to a country that you don't speak the language and you don't know anybody. No, 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 no. Don't worry about that. We're going to be waiting for you. This trip also qualifies for the rooming matching program. So if you're interested in saving 1,300 $1,300, find a roommate. In that way, you can have the double price room. Reserve your space to Italy, and I believe this trip is from May 14 to May the 24th. Yes, from May 14 to May 24 of 2027. Peru is September of this year. Punta Cana is the end of January of next year. Italy is May of next year. And now, last but not least, and I see some friends that came with us to the um, London trip, and they probably will be surprised at what we have included. I think I saw uh, Lena there, Lena Jones. I'm opening the UK and Ireland presentation. Give me a second. Next time, I'm going to put all three presentations together in one file. So what I'm going to do, and because I'm going fairly quickly through all these countries. In the future, I'm going to do one tour just about one country and give you more details about that. That way you can learn a lot more what these countries are all about, what is the connection to us, and also how can we share. Now let me share my screen. There you go. All right. Welcome to the UK and Ireland. Again, this is a 11 days. On this case, we're going to be visiting three countries, and we're going to be making countless of memories. When does this trip starts? July 30th. I think I saw somebody raising their hand. Lorene?
Yes, I just had a question regarding the Italy trip.
Mm-hmm.
The transportation from city to city, is that on the train?
Yes. Well, I'm not sure. I think it's maybe the transportation in Italy is through the bus, right? Bus,
And
coach bus. Hmm?
coach bus, and is that included in the price?
Yes.
Okay,
All,
thank you.
all of our trips includes transportation, right? Once you arrive at the airport, you're ours. Airport transfer, transportation back and forward, hotels, daily breakfasts, some group dinners, all of that. The entries to all the places that we're going to take you, all those things are included.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you. If anybody have a question, just raise your hand or just speak up and say, so this trip, it's version 2.0 of two trips that we did last year. If you travel with us last year, feel free to speak up and tell us how good we did. We learned with you, and that's why we wanted to upgrade this trip. So, as usual, the center stage of all of our trips is spirituality. And we're going to see how the beauty of these countries, but also their history, fortify our faith with Jehovah. That's the goal. So, here's the map. Here's the map. When you travel, you're going to fly into London. From there, we're going to take a bus. We're going to take a bus from London and Windsor, and we're going to go in the direction of Chelmsford, Cambridge, York, and Durham. And then from there, we're going to go down to Edinburgh, Lowndes, Belfast, and Dublin. How are we going to use that? We're going to use a combination of a ferry and also a bus. Virginia, you can open your mic.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just now joining, but I didn't know if you talked about Machu Picchu already.
Yeah, I started the tour with Machu Picchu. But do you have any questions?
Yes, I wanted to know how likely is it that you will get sick from the altitude sickness? Because people are talking about the altitude sickness. We go up, I'm from Arizona, and we go up to the Grand Canyon all the time, but I don't know what the altitude is for Machu Picchu, but
Got you,
uh,
girl. You
mhm.
heard me?
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. And this is exactly why we conduct this virtual presentation because the best way to answer it is to show people how we do it. And if they see how we do it, then they could go and say, "Oh, that makes sense." So, friends, I'm going to take a short detour just to show Virginia. Virginia, this trip is fantastic because it's like a mixture of two worlds. We're gonna go all the way back to the Incas, but then we're gonna go all the way forward to learn the history of Jehovah's Witnesses in Peru. And we have a visit to the branch, and it's gonna be cool. Blah 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 blah. You could imagine how that goes. So, what is our trick? Our trick is to start in Lima, who is at the sea level, right? There's no elevation. We're going to be there for a couple of days. The body is getting acclimated. On the third day, we're going to take a plane to Cusco, and this is where the elevation will start. But when we get to Cusco, we're going to go down to Machu Picchu. So by the fifth or sixth day, your body should be ready to deal with the altitude. We're going to be giving you natural things that the locals eat to deal with the altitude. Um, and the this time, when we go to Machu Picchu to this place, which is optional, again, we're going to take it to a place, and then people can choose to ride on donkeys or on 4x4 to go to this beautiful place. Let me see.
Does riding on donkeys, how much more is that?
I'll tell you right now. The cost of the riding on donkey is $67. And
67, that's it?
that's it, girl.
Oh
So
my
we
gosh.
we did all the math, Virginia. Look at the board.
I can't. I'm
Who's co-
driving right now.
okay, never mind. I'll read it to you. So everything. Oh, by the way, this presentation is being recorded, and anybody who sign in is gonna get a link to the recording so that you can guys watch it later in peace.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That was one of my questions too, because I
Yeah.
missed so much.
Yes. So Virginia, if you send us an email, we'll be more than happy to reply to you. But there's something that you should know, right? There's something that you should know. The activity level for this trip has been made on purpose to be low to moderate.
Okay.
And for the young ones who want to go hiking, God bless their heart, they could go ahead and do it. But those people who want to see, and by the way, you're driving, so don't look at my screen. But for those people who want to see the Rainbow Mountain, then it will be recommended if they take a donkey or a 4x4 or something else to get there.
Okay. All
But it is a sight like you
right.
never seen before.
I know. I've been wanting. This is something that has been on my list for of once so much. And we hiked the Grand Canyon, so it's not, we're good with elevation, but so many people were saying, "Oh, Machu Picchu, you get sick," and
Oh,
so I don't want to
if you,
be on a trip and get sick.
you,
Hey,
if you,
Stalin.
yes, sir.
Hey, would it be possible to go ahead and carry on with the England and Ireland trip, and then we take questions at the end of that presentation?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for that, you guys.
No, not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, thank you. Because this is the last. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to open the other presentation. So we did this trip twice last year. That's why we changed it in such a way that now we don't take planes. We do a mixture of a bus. We do a mixture of a ferry. So we still get you to the places that we wanted to show you, but you do it now to see more scenery. Each trip is different. This trip is different. It still has Bible history, but it has more Bible history than any of the other trips that we showed you earlier. What do I mean? Well, we arrive at London, right? Beautiful London, fish and chips. You guys can go to the British Museum, or you can go to the museum, the British Library, which is
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
British Museum has the largest collection of artifacts in the world. They're not the largest by size, but they're the largest by the number of artifacts. If there's something about the Bible, this place will have it. You will look at it, and the moment you look at it, you will automatically make a connection with the Bible. You have the opportunity, because we're gonna spend, I think, 2 days here. You can make your plans to go to the museum. Highly recommended. There are other tours that we have included to show you around, to understand the history. But the most part is to show you
there.
why
I went there.
why the excuse me, let me mute all. Why England will become the dual world power with the United States. It will become very clear when you're there. You're going to see traces of Rome, Britannia, and you're going to see why this country was so powerful. It is what was left of the Roman Empire, but its real strength, it will be shown. It will be shown in the distribution of the English Bible. No book on the planet has surpassed the number of copies of the King James Version. And this trip is going to make it very clear as to how this happened, why it's happened, and you're going to see Jehovah's hand in the story of the King James translation. And you can see all of that when we visit the branch in Chelmsford. The branch is absolutely beautiful. It's like nothing you have seen before. Very modern. The museum is just about the history of the Bible in the UK, in Ireland. But while we're there, you're going to learn new things. Chelmsford is also the birthplace of the radio. And at some point, it was the temporary capital of England. I'm not sure if that's the reason why Jehovah's Witnesses chose to have the branch there. But at any rate, you can see how the town, it is rich in history. And talking about being rich in history, this year we're making a stop at Cambridge. 800 years of unbroken academic excellence. We're not inviting people for higher education, but to go to this place and have access to the massive library that they have, that is encouraging. Because now it helps us understand that those people who were looking for religious freedom, following William Penn to the United States, they were not your typical immigrants from Spain or from France or like the other colonies. These people were prepared. They love to read. And you can see that in their appreciation of the Bible. Along the way, as we're traveling, we're going to go through the Royal Mile. We're going to see the medieval streets, all these castles, and we're going to be asking ourselves the same questions. How did they build these castles here? You're going to understand the connections of the kings, because there are kings on the UK, and some of the kings on the UK, there were also kings in Scotland, and how Ireland connects with the rest of the island. And talking about Ireland, which we're going to arrive by a ferry, we're going to cross the sea, and that should be rather interesting, right? To see that from that angle. It's when you arrive at the Chester Eddy Library. How someone who lives in Manhattan, New York, ended up making an investment of purchasing all the original papyrus of the scrolls that were found in Egypt. This is the place that has the oldest copies of this manuscript, all in one place. And the library is absolutely free. This was the highlight for us when we went to Ireland, to Dublin. And obviously, it's already 10 o'clock. I have a boatload of pictures and more things to show. But I just wanted to show you a highlight of the trips that we have for next year. What you're going to see in your emails in the next upcoming weeks, you're going to see more detail a more Bible-oriented tour. I just wanted to give you a highlight of all the places that we're planning to go next year. So that in the case of Peru and Punta Cana, you can make your decision. But as you can see, you can follow a common theme. 10 nights or 11 nights, premium hotels, always daily breakfast included. We're going to have a group dinner. All the transportation are covered, including the entrance to the Windsor Castle, Edinburgh Castle, and all the places that I announced here. How much does it cost? You can see the price right there on the screen. Again, we encourage that if you can find a roommate, then the price becomes more affordable. And you guys will become friends forever and ever and ever and ever. So, does anybody have any questions about any of the trips that I share with you today? Hey,
Hi, Stalin. It's Beverly. How are you in Vioca?
Beverly, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I have my sister Amy on with me. We're going to Peru with you guys, and we're so looking forward to it. Woohoo! And she has a question. She's on the other line, but she's also in the Zoom meeting. And I'm going to just ask her to repeat the question to me, and I'll tell it to you.
Okay. Beverly, it would be nice if you can do it like the translators, where you go translating piece by piece.
Hi, sweetie.
So, what is the question? All righty. While she gets her situation straight up, um, Virginia, is this an old hand or a new hand?
I'm sorry, I needed to lower my hand.
Okay, it's an old hand. Anita Halliburton.
Hey, Styler,
Hi,
I got a
Anita.
question.
Yes, my
Hi,
dear.
I'm just interested in the UK Ireland trip, and I
Amy,
know that
raise your hand, honey.
daily breakfast is included,
Yes,
but you
ma'am.
said a group dinner, and
It's
are
like
there
it's
any other
Zoom,
meal?
honey.
Excuse me,
Hold on a
are
second.
there any other meals included?
I think that's that's what I have here. Let me go to the back. Daily breakfast included, motor coach, entry fees, restaurant, ferries, dinner accommodation. That's what I have so far, Anita.
Okay.
Um, but
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to know. Yeah, and you said there was going to be a group dinner, like,
you
yeah,
know how we do?
yeah,
Either the last day of the trip where we can eat together.
yes, yes.
We always have a group dinner.
Yes, that's always nice. That is so nice. Yeah.
Indeed, indeed. So you joining us for the UK? All right. Yes.
Oh, yeah, yes, definitely. Yes. I sent in my deposit.
Yes, yes. I remember. I helped you. I helped you with
Yes,
that.
thank you.
Thank you. Hope to see you soon.
Oh, thank
Uh,
you.
thank you, Anita. Oh my God, I forgot the pronunciation. Lay? No. Lee?
Yes. Hey, everybody.
Hi, David.
I'd like to ask about the travel insurance.
Oh,
I
yes.
read that it was required for the
Yeah.
British Isles trip, and
Yes.
is it required that we purchase it from you, or can we purchase travel insurance from anybody. Okay. And if the trip is canceled, will the travel insurance reimburse us for the deposit? Does that include the deposit, or is the deposit lost at all costs?
Okay. I'm going to answer the question exactly how you said it.
Okay.
If we cancel the trip, we are the one who refund you the money.
Okay. But if we cancel for whatever reason, do we
Okay.
get the deposit back?
Okay. The answer to your question depends on the travel insurance that you buy.
Okay.
When you
Okay.
purchase the travel insurance, I'm gonna let the expert come because I'm gonna
Yeah,
mix it up.
before he says something that's horrible. So, so the travel insurance works that it will include, if you include your investment, it will cover your deposit as
Okay.
long as there is a covered reason. What is a covered reason? Depends on the insurance policy. It can be sickness, COVID, the death of a loved one, something that happens, a hospitalization from whoever's even traveling with you, or even a family member who's not traveling. So it really depends. There is an option for all travel insurance companies. They offer you a cancel for any reason, and that way, this whatever reason it is, you can cancel. However, they only reimburse you up to 60% of the investment, not 100%.
Okay. Now, when you do travel insurance, if I were for this trip, I would do the actual cost of the trip, and then, your part of the trip, and then my flight.
Exactly. You want to add everything to it.
Okay. Okay.
So one investment and you add everything to it because that way it's cheaper. The good thing about the travel insurance is that it starts covering the minute you purchase it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. The minute you purchase it, starts kicking in.
And it's worth it.
Okay. Thank you. That
Can
was
I
my
just add?
question.
I'm sorry, I know I'm jumping in, but can I add one thing about travel insurance? And very
Sure.
important, I found out kind of the hard way. If you want to cancel for any reason, you must buy it within the first 2 weeks of starting to purchase your trip. So your
Actually,
deposit.
the one that we offer is within 48 hours. So it depends on the insurance company.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
And then
because
what,
people abuse the system, so that's why they need to cover themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that answered your question, Lee.
Thank you so much. It does. It gives me
You're
some more
welcome.
information.
I think
And one other thing,
sure.
I just sent in my roommate application.
Okay.
Can you apply that to the Italy trip too?
Oh, both?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So,
But I prefer the London trip is the most
London.
important one.
Okay, got it. So that's your priority.
Yes.
All right. So what we do is we review it. We take a look at the sleeping habits and personal choices, and we try to match the best possible. We start sharing your partner's information so that you guys can meet each other and decide if it's a yeah or nay.
I'm praying already.
All right. Beautiful, beautiful. I think I have Patricia Washington.
Yes, with the Machu Picchu tour, Brother Stalin mentioned you could ride a donkey or a 4x4. What is a 4x4?
It's a quad. It's like what they call an ATV. It looks like all-terrain vehicle.
It looks like a motorcycle, but with
But
four
with
wheels.
4 wheels.
Oh
They call
yeah,
it
I did that
four-wheelers.
in Aruba.
Yeah, they call it four-wheelers.
That is
Okay.
fun.
It is a fun vehicle.
Yeah, I rode that in Aruba. Okay.
Oh,
All
all
right.
right.
I'll
Thank
do
you.
that instead of a donkey.
Yes, it is.
Just in case the donkey doesn't want to cooperate.
Exactly.
Yes, it's fun. Thank you.
You're welcome. Barbara, see?
They can open their mic.
Barbara, I open your mic. Hi.
Hi, you can hear me now, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So I'm very interested in an Italy trip. And so traveling within Italy, is it by bus, train?
It will be by bus. So we arrive in Milan, which is the northern part of Italy, and
Yeah.
then we take the bus and we're gonna make stops in different cities all the way until we get to Rome.
Okay, that's what I need to know, and
Yes.
I'm good with that. I am going to sign up. Do you have
Okay,
a lot of
beautiful.
do you have a lot of space left right now?
It's going really fast, but yes, there's still spaces because that's why we did this section so that friends can ask their questions and make sure they understand what is it that we're offering.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome. You're welcome. Mr. Salmon, how are you?
Hi, this is his wife.
How are you?
Good, we're doing good. I just wanted to let people know that we're concerned about the altitude sickness. We used to live in Peru. So
Okay, beautiful.
what they used to do, and I think they still do, they give you coca tea
Yes.
Yes.
and it calms you. And it really does. It works. So so
Yeah.
Down day one.
So we follow the protocol
yeah,
of the local guys, tour guides there, which
yeah,
is basically that they start acclimating the body with coca tea in the hotel,
yeah,
and they kind of raise it up until we have to take that altitude, so that your vitals are toned down. Let's call it that way, but it works. It really works because that's what they do. The locals.
yes, yes. Okay, that's it.
Thank you for sharing that.
We have an
I do
expert.
remember you guys used to surf there. That's right.
Yes, yes,
Nice.
It's
Thank you for that
beautiful.
for that
I would,
insight.
oh yeah, I would love to go again.
I know that was your hometown. I know. But thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah,
I
bye-bye.
think I have Amy Burnett.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you, Amy?
Pretty good, thank you. I am also going to the Pichu, the Peru trip. So my question is about the Rainbow Lagoon because it's so beautiful and I do want to see it. That's a separate excursion from the Humanite Lagoon, right?
Correct. It
So
is.
it's
Yes.
not a either or. They're on separate days, or is it?
No, it's the same day because we're driving everybody there. So some state to where there's just a sightseeing, and others decide to take either the hike or the muleteer service or the ATV to get there.
Okay, but I guess my brain is not wrapping I'm able to see both is what I'm basically asking.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
You're able to see both.
yes. You're able to see both. Yes.
Okay, and the Rainbow Mountain, I know that it's like $67 for the donkey, but is there an entry fee to see that Rainbow Mountain or is that free?
Entry fee is part of the packet.
It's part of the $67.
Oh, so that's part of the $67. And if I
Correct.
take the ATV, how much is that?
I don't have that information, but I'm gonna find out from you, Amy. Okay, I'm gonna send that question to the operator.
Okay. And then I have just one final question.
Sure.
As far as the Rainbow Mountain goes, can I see that colored sand at the bottom or do I have to go to the top?
That's cheating.
What the color happens as you go up in altitude. I just don't know how much of altitude, but I'm gonna find that out. Do you have good questions?
Because I really would like to experience it, but
Yeah, it's because of the climate that you geology works where you see those colors. So, but
Mhm.
I'll find out to what point you start seeing that.
And are you able to take a vial of the sand or is that a no-no?
I don't think so. I don't think that's like the Dead Sea. You cannot take anything from it because if everybody starts doing that, it's kind of problem.
Okay. I'm just curious if I could touch it or however it
Oh
goes.
no, touch it. You can touch it. You can lay down on it, but I don't think you can take stuff unless the locals have something going on there that they do sell some minerals. You know how sometimes they sell minerals but the locals probably are the ones that can do that.
Yeah, when I go to the beach, I always get shells and stuff. So that's why I'm asking questions.
Yeah, because most of that is protected. So I don't think that just like that we can take it, but I'm sure that they have a
She's not
system.
gonna take the mountain car. She just wanted a little bit.
Shoot, that's just
You know what this is?
Rock. No, I'm just.
all right.
It's a little piece of the Dead Sea.
And I was so scared. I told him that we're gonna get arrested.
You know how much mud they have?
I wanted to take a piece.
So anytime I shave, I go like this, and it soften my skin.
Does it really?
Yeah, the clay is amazing. The amount of magnesium that it has. It's amazing. Jehovah created that we have everything we need on the earth.
I did not take it for luck. Okay.
Okay, one last question then. So with the lagoon, are we getting in or is it just to see it?
Oh, I don't think it's to see it. It's not a place for taking
You're scaring me, Amy. If we're gonna be your tour guides and we're gonna be your supervisor, sir, they don't pay me enough. No. Where's Amy? That's gonna be the question.
I guess I'll wait to paradise to take any dips then.
To take that.
Well, thank you so much for answering.
You're welcome. You're welcome, my dear.
I look forward to meeting you guys.
Donita?
Hi there. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited too. Questions, and I'll make it brief because I know it's getting late. The visas. Can you purchase the visas for England when you make the deposit or when you buy your insurance or just before you?
You can purchase it at any time. They request that you do it at least 3 to 4 months before you head there. So it's in July. You're good. It's still 6 months before. It's an online process. It's very simple. You can even do it from an app that they have on your phone. Once you pay the service, that's pretty much it.
Okay, and when is the deposit due?
The deposit is due the minute that you decide to go to the trip. It's to hold the
I see.
seat. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so there's time. Okay.
Yeah.
And you have to pay for I'll call you, some other things, but you
Yes,
have
that's
to pay.
fine. I'm gonna be working on Friday, but you can ask to any of the girls that are working tomorrow all the way through.
Oh, okay. And you have to pay for your own airfare going and coming there, right?
Yes, airfare is separate because we get friends from all over the world, so we cannot lock it to just a destination. Just kind of a simpler way to just meet everybody there.
Okay. And do you recommend a good travel insurance?
I always tell the friends, find out first from your credit card companies, your own insurance company to see if they offer. And if not, then we recommend the one that we work with because we've used them before. The friends have, unfortunately, they had to use it and they have responded very well. So that's what we go for. But we don't tie anybody to any travel insurance.
Okay. And you do take it Zelle, right?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Zelle. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a
You're
good evening.
welcome. Anytime. Andrea, is that my Andrea from Barbados?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Hello, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
Very nice to hear you.
Good. Why I am calling? I find my biggest challenge is getting travel insurance.
I know.
Most companies they say 69, some say 70. And I am past that. And I'm not a US citizen.
Right.
And I'm not an EU citizen or British citizen. So I am having a dusty time getting travel insurance.
Have you tried Mafre? Because they're normally off in the Caribbean, but I'm not sure if Barbados is part of it. But I'm gonna find out because I had another sister that she was from Venezuela, I think it was. And yeah, and she was able to get from that company, but I'm not sure if they operate in Barbados.
No, I
But I'll
don't. That
find
that
out.
name is not familiar to me.
No? Who did
No.
you use before, Andrea? It was hard to get it then?
I use World Nomads. I've used World Nomads.
Uh-huh.
I've used my local insurance company, but when I went back, because I'm going to Greece in August, and I
Okay,
want to
okay.
go to Spain and Portugal next year.
Got
But
it.
my I am eking out insurance for this year because they said because our business insurance is tied to them. So they said since our business insurance is tied, they will make an exception this
I
year.
got you.
But
I
I don't
got
know
you.
what is going to happen next year. I'll be a year
Right.
older. And
Okay.
I really love to travel, but my challenge is getting travel insurance.
Right.
All the
Right.
other stuff falls into place, but the travel insurance is my biggest challenge.
Do you
Mhm.
have medical coverage outside of Barbados? Like if something is to happen to you or no?
No, I just have my medical insurance, which they do international, but it's not the same as travel insurance.
Exactly, because they cover more fully. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Okay, but I'm gonna find out, Andrea, and see if there is one that we can recommend. Okay.
Yeah, if there's any that you can think of who would, take a chance on this old woman coming from Barbados.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a plead. Okay, we'll
Yes,
do that.
yes, because I really want to go on these trips while I still can, but my
Yeah.
problem is getting travel insurance.
Yeah. And for us, for international, we mandate that because, things, unforeseen things happen and we don't want to put any weight on, hospital liaison committees or the local brothers and sisters.
Right.
If you're covered, you can go to any hospital without having to
Mhm.
have any issues.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So it's not that I can pay the thing, but I know people always ask for your insurance first.
Yeah.
So I know the insurance is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
other countries, it's like before they ask you your name, they ask you for what insurance you
Yes,
have.
yeah. You go to the States to to a
Exactly. And then
hospital.
they
The
ask you
first
how
thing they
you
ask
feel.
is your insurance. I'm thinking the
Yeah,
first thing that happened to me, I'm thinking like, what? They didn't even
I
ask me
know.
what's wrong. How can I help you? What's no
Yeah.
insurance.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. But I'm gonna find out, Andrea.
Mhm.
Say hi. Say hi to Marigo for me.
I will, I will, I will.
All
All
right,
right,
dear.
take care.
Nice to hear from you.
And you.
Jeanette, Hart.
Hi, yes. I did put my question in the chat. I don't know if
Oh,
you could
let
see
me
it.
see. I wasn't looking at it. Sorry, Jeanette.
Um, it's
Mm,
about the flight for the international flight for her.
Oh,
We arrived in Lima, but we end up in Cusco, right?
okay, so
Yeah.
so this is there's two ways to do it, like you mentioned. You either do a two one ways. Sometimes might be cheaper, sometimes it's not. Or you can do what is called a multi-city search. So you get out of one airport and you come back from another airport, that's okay too. And when you do it like that, it's the same airline. And when you choose the same airline, it is cheaper sometimes. So try it both ways. And we can help you with that because we travel agency as well. So we can play with that. You tell us what your home airport is, and we can just kind of put some agents there to work and find out what the best option for you is.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome. Was that? Wait, as that was Shannon. Becky. Hi, Becky. Becky Johnson.
Right.
Okay. I open right now. Okay, I got
Okay.
you.
Okay. I heard somebody mention visa, and I have a passport. So do you have to have both?
Is this for the only country that are you a US citizen?
Yes, I'm from Florida.
Okay, so that means that to go to London, to UK, any country in UK, they request a visa. And it's not a visa, it's an entry fee, let's call it. So you apply, you pay, and then they put you on, um, they put like a stamp on your passport to let you know that you can actually go in.
Okay, so it's an addition. It's in addition to the passport.
Exactly.
Okay, and the next thing, y'all had a phone number up there, but I didn't get my tablet out fast enough to type it in. May I get that phone number?
Sure, of course. You have a pen or tablet to type?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's 817 area code.
Okay.
607.
Okay.
8019.
Okay, I'm going to call it back to make sure I wrote it down or typed it in correctly.
Sure.
817-607-8019.
Yep, that is correct.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Anytime. Beverly, how are you? Wait, Beverly. Your mic is okay now.
Okay.
Wait. Now.
Okay. Hi, Bielka. How are you?
How are you? Nice hearing from you.
It is very nice to see you guys. I'm loving it. I have a question about the flight.
Sure.
Like we're leaving out of Lima and coming out of going back to our home country from Curacao?
Cusco, from Cusco.
Cusco. So it's going into Lima, coming out of. Do you guys help with the flights or can
Oh,
I?
yeah, sure, we can. And I know that I think you fly out of Chicago, right?
Right.
Okay, yes, we can help with that. Is it your niece? That is
my sister.
Oh, your sister. Are you both going from Chicago or she's coming from somewhere else?
No, we're both coming out of O'Hare, Chicago.
Okay, so listen, Mary or myself, we can help. So during the week, if you can call, we can help and give you some quotes.
Okay, we would appreciate that. Does it matter if we go in the same day or the day before?
You can go the day before and hang out with us,
I don't think so.
We always arrive the day
I don't
before.
think so. Where's the troublemaker? She better have her camera off.
Troublemaker.
I miss you, girl.
You know you love me.
Mm-hmm. Loving hate.
I
Start
know,
that.
right? It's been too long, but so
I
I'm
know.
gonna give you extra.
Hey, we need to take a break. It's healthy.
Yeah. But yeah, we can help with that. We can help with your flights and give you ideas of what the best options are so that you don't have a lot of connections, or if we can find flight direct, that'll be fine as well.
Yeah, we would like direct. It's Amy and I. We would like a direct flight from Chicago. I like flying in the day of. She likes flying in the day before, but I think I'm gonna convince her to fly in the day of.
Okay.
So let us know, please. Thank you.
For sure. We'll send you a quote, okay?
All righty, I appreciate
All
that.
right, darling.
Okay, bye-bye.
Anybody else has a question? So I think we took care of most of them. So I know that sometimes when you hear so much information, you might get overwhelmed. But if you think of anything else, please feel free to send us an email, call us, and we're happy to answer. I think somebody raised their hand. iPhone, I'm not sure who that is.
And this meeting is being recorded for quality assurance and training purposes.
This was Virginia.
Hi, Virginia.
I'm the one who came in very late. So I just wanted to know if you could send me that link so I can watch the whole thing again.
Perfect. We'll do that, Virginia.
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
You're welcome. Let me just put a note here. And somebody raised their hand for my iPhone. Hi.
Hey, Gloria Baker.
Hi.
How you doing?
Very good, my sister.
Yes, I would like to ask you about do y'all do cruises?
Yes, we actually can plan cruises. Right now for next year, we don't have a group cruise. Okay. But we can help, let's say if you have a group of friends, we can help set that up for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
But right now we don't have one organized by us. Okay.
Okay. Your trip for next year, I have seen a couple of them on the site. I think it was in September.
So we have several. Okay. So we have throughout the entire year, probably from from a spring
Mm-hmm.
all the way to fall. We have Bethel trips going every month.
Okay.
And then international next year, we're gonna have starting in January, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. We're gonna have in May, Italy, and then in July we're gonna have UK and Ireland.
Okay.
So we have kind of a few for each of the years. So
Okay. Yeah, they have how many days the trip would be for each trip, for next year.
you interested in international or to go to Bethel?
Well, I never been to Bethel. I always wanted to go.
That's a must stop.
Yeah, I had planned on going. It was in 2024.
Okay.
It was a cruise, but I ended up getting sick, so I had got my
Okay.
passport and everything, and I got sick and I wasn't able to go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you can call the office and we can kind of help you with to see and plan ahead so that you can make that dream come true. I think
Okay.
everybody should go to Bethel.
Yes, I
It just kind
really,
of helps
wanted to
us
go.
see the organization in a different eye. So
Yeah.
it's a must.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, my dear. So thank you, everybody. Just starting. I think I knocked out the last of the questions that we had.
Knocked out or you scared? People have a good night.
Thank you so much.
I will be scheduling the same tour that you saw today with more, but with a lot more depth.
Yes. Separate because each
Yeah.
country has its own thing.
Yeah.
But, the beautiful thing is the connections now with, what the Bible, with history, archaeology, and things that really interest us. So get the benefit from that. So thank you so much for joining.
And if you're not traveling, feel free to recommend us to others. That help a great deal.
Yes.
Anita, you want me to sing you or read you a book before you go to bed?
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
I saw you raise your head, so I'm like,
Oh no. Okay.
can you see what my shirt says?
Nice. I
Wow,
love it.
never stop learning. That's true. You're never
Never
too
stop
old to
learning.
learn.
Never
Yeah,
stop
that
learning.
should be
adventure
our
begins.
that should be our motto.
Look at Sylvia putting her glasses to see what I.
But thank you so much for joining us. So if anything comes up as far as questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us.
Okay,
All right?
thank you.
We love
Thank
you guys.
everybody. Love you too. Thank you
Big
so
kisses,
much.
everybody.
Y'all have